So we are looking at DP700 study group. This is the third module, and fortunately for us, we've gone through this third module. I told you there are just 4 modules. By next week, we'll wrap up the 4th module and we'll concentrate more on the exam. So the third module is focusing majorly on monitor and optimize your solution. Monitor and optimize your solution. We started by looking at the implement and manage analytics solution. So what are the things, what you should know? What are the basic things to know? The architecture of the solution you are planning to deploy. Are you a core developer? If you're a core developer, you can follow this approach. But if you are not a developer, you want to leverage on UI, UX, you can follow GUI, you can follow this other approach. And after that, we went into discussing ingestion and transforming your data, where we did a lot of things around Dataflow Gen 2. We did copy data and so on. And I really want to appreciate Joan for the wonderful work. She was able to show us all these things. I think there was a time she also showed to us events using the event hub and event house to manage stream analytics. So we've touched on that. And today, last week, we touched on monitoring and optimizing, just to show this to us within the tool. And finally, we want to start preparing for our exam. So the preparation for the exam. So when we talk about monitoring and optimizing your solution within Fabric, I told you as data engineers, our major work is to create a pipeline to get data from different data sources, to clean up the data, and to dump the data in a warehouse so that the data analysts, data scientists, they can go forward to use that clean version of the data to do their work. But I want you to look at something. This thing I just mentioned, where is my pen? Let me bring out my pen. Oh, I thought I have a pen here. Oh, I don't have a pen. Okay, just a moment. Let me reshare my screen. Good. So now let me pull up my pen now. Good. So if you look at this solution, I want to deploy this pipeline solution. So I will call it solution 1. Once you deploy this solution in an organization that is bringing data from different data sources, it clean the data and it dump the data in a warehouse for the data analysts, data scientists, data modelers to leverage on and use for their work. I want you to understand one fact. This might be the only solution the data engineer will build. So are you now telling me that after building this solution, the company don't need another solution? It's working perfectly. Now, what is now the work of the data engineer in that company? So that is where we are going today. As a data engineer, it's not only building the pipeline, building the data engineering solution that matters. There is something that we do almost every day, and that is what we call monitoring and optimizing that solution that you have built. Real life scenario, you might find yourself working in a company. They don't even need you to build the solution for them. About 10 years, 5 years ago, somebody has built a solution, but the person has retired or he has left the organization. You are engaged to work in that same capacity. But they don't need you to build a solution, but they need you to optimize what is already working or to monitor what is already working. Now, this can be divided into 2 broad parts when you talk about monitoring and optimizing. Number 1 part is fixing problem, fixing issues. That's number 1 part. Now, when I talk about fixing issues, the solution is already there. We have issue like there was a failure in the pipeline. What they have been using since all these years, suddenly it failed. Probably one of the inputs source used to have 7 columns, but the man that is managing that particular source reduce the column to 6, and your solution is expecting 7 columns, and it trigger an error. So you need to monitor, to study what went wrong and fix it. It might be complaint from your user. I don't know what suddenly happened. I got this error message. You need to read the error message, then know what to do. It might be about the data quality. It can be anything. Now, in this way, you are only trying to work on what is already running. Number 2, it might be a new feature or solution or optimization. Optimization means this thing, we are not complaining that it's not working, it's working. But can we see a way of making it faster? Faster, that is optimization. Or costs. The money we are paying every month, we can't bear that money again. What can you do to help us reduce the cost? Optimization. So you might monitor to fix issue, you might need to optimize it for a lot of reasons. So not that it is broken, not that it is not working, not that it's giving error, but you really need to work on the performance of it. So that is one of the reasons why we optimize. It can be because of cost. In most cases, cost is the reason why we optimize. Speed, efficiency, these are reasons why we optimize. So it can come in 2 different ways. And I want us to look at this circle. Number 1 in my circle is what? You monitor. You monitor your solution. Then number 2 in the circle, you do what you call, you identify errors. You identify. You identify issues. If it's fixing, you identify the error. If it is new feature, you identify what you can optimize, what you can improve. But both of them, you have to identify what you're trying to do. And number 3 in the family is what we call solution. You resolve. Let me put resolve. You resolve that issue. So you resolve. And when you are trying to resolve, you are trying to do what we call build and deploy. You build it and you redeploy it. Build and deploy. Once you are done deploying it, you start again. It's a circle. You start to monitor again. You identify if there is issue later on. This is a continuous work as a data engineer. So don't just think my work is to build a pipeline solution. I have built the solution, they are using it. I am enjoying myself. I'm just collecting salary every month. I'm collecting 900,000 naira every month for doing nothing. Please, that is, building it is the beginning part of the work. The main work is monitoring it and optimizing that solution. So today, Jane is going to give us project work. She will tell us what we should work on. So the project work is to allow us to do a recap on what you've done since beginning. And also we'll start doing some practice with you, because I don't really want any of us to miss out from the opportunity of this voucher we are talking about. So if you have any question about the voucher, so there is on the main platform, the major person in charge is Anne. I don't know whether her name is Anne on the platform, but her name is Anne. She has been posting about it. If you have any question regarding it, please tag her and let her quickly give you a feedback, please. So that is that. Now, back to what we were saying. How do we monitor our solution? How do we optimize our solution? So the monitoring and optimization, they come in different layers. They come in different layers. Let me see if I can show. Okay. They come in different layers. I'm looking for a blank space I can use to explain all the layers that we have. Okay, let me just use this part here. They come in different layers. Number one layer, they come at the tenant level. Tenant level. Number two, your optimization and monitoring also can be at capacity level. Capacity level. Number three, your monitoring and optimization can come at the workspace level. The workspace level. Workspace level. And finally, it can come at individual item. Those items you work on. So you can do monitoring at individual item level. So all the monitoring can be done along this area. So I will need you, I want to demonstrate this now. I don't know if anybody have access to the platform and you want to volunteer to share your screen. Let's us use your screen to learn. So if you have the access to Fabric, you have good internet, and you have a power that can still last 1.5 hours, please volunteer to share your screen. Anybody? Who is going?
Let me try to sign in. I hope my internet will be strong.
Okay, Moses, please go ahead and go to Fabric. So let me also try to sign into Fabric now. I always want you to do it so that I'll be sure that we are moving. Okay, how do I go to Fabric again? app.fabric.microsoft.com. app.fabric.microsoft.com or app.powerbi.com. So when you get in here, so please, you are free to switch to the Fabric environment. So click here and switch to Fabric environment. On getting to the Fabric environment, there are quite a lot of things I have done within Fabric. Now, the question I'm going to ask you is this: where do we monitor the activities we have within Fabric environments? Number one, I said at the tenant level. That is at the highest level. So that is the monitoring hub. We call it monitoring hub. You are going to see the monitoring hub by the side here. Look at the side here, please. You will see monitor. That is it. That is the tool we use. If you do not see monitor, you may probably see these 3 dots. Come to the 3 dots. Check what is here. You will see the monitor there. So please, Moses, if you are ready, just let me know so that you will share your own screen. Because some of these things I've been using them. So it will be new at my side here. I want you to share your screen. Now, let me click on monitor.
Eh,
Okay, you are ready. Please, let me stop sharing. Go ahead
No,
and
no,
share
no,
your.
no, 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 no. I'm not. It's taking time to load. It's loading.
Oh, it's loading. Okay. If it's still loading,
Yes.
let's give it more time. Okay. So I move on to back to my screen. Now, this is telling me the status of everything that is running on my system at the moment. Some of them, they failed. Some, they succeeded. And I can refresh to get updated status as at now. Maybe I call on Olajide. I can see the name of the person in charge of this particular one that failed. I can call Olajide do that there is one in a location in a workspace called 3M. Olajide, the semantic model there has failed. It's not working. He now called me that, boss, I have fixed it. It's working now. I can just come here, refresh to see the current status. That is one. Number two, I can actually filter by looking for something in particular. Maybe I have a pipeline. Pipe. Oh, I don't have anything like pipeline there. What of notebook? I don't have a single notebook here. Wow. Everything I have here, they are all semantic model. Okay, I have data flow. Okay, I can come here and say, help me look for a data flow. As I'm typing, it has given me. So the two data flow that I build within my Fabric environment, there is no issue with them. One of them was built on the 11th on the 11th of April last year. Another one was built on the 1st of March last year, and they are working perfectly well, no issues. So that is that. Or I might decide to filter. What I'm actually looking for is not, I want to see only these failed ones. Once I click, these are the failed ones. Or somebody called me since morning that we initiated the pipeline, is still running. We don't know what is going on. I can say, no, I don't want the failed one. Can you give me those ones in progress that is still working, none in progress? Which one have not started? None. Which one that you don't even have idea of? Unknown? None. How many are successful? It will give you the list of the successful ones. How many have been cancelled? If I've cancelled anyone, it will let me know. I can filter based on status. But please, not only the status you can use to filter. You can filter based on the item. Is it copy job? I know Joan has lots. I know she has done copy job. She has done something on events, something on event hub, something on notebook. So all these lake house, I know she has done lots. If any of these, she might just be interested. Let me see something around data flow gen 2. It will quickly give you all those ones within that area. Or you might be interested in those ones that started at a particular date. So you can use those that started the last 30 days, the last 7 days, the last 24 hours. So you want to see those processes and how they are doing. You can actually look at who submitted it. I want to see all the things that were submitted by Wale Ipega. I can select Wale Ipega. He submitted 2 jobs and they are both working fine. Okay. I don't want Wale Ipega again. Who do I want? I want those submitted by Shukutem. Shukutem only submitted 1 and is working very well. Or let me see those submitted by Olajide Idowu. Olajide Idowu submitted 4 jobs. 3 of them failed. So from here, I can then drill into each of them. We'll get into that shortly. Now, Sometimes it is not by those that submitted, it's by the location. Where is that particular job? There is one we did on DP700. I know there is a workspace we created day one. DP, this workspace is too much. I can't see DP700 here. Who removed it from my system? DP700. Ah, okay. I can see DP700. This is it. I want to see all those things in this location. There are two in this location, and the two of them, they are running perfectly. So at this point, I can say, yes, this is what I want to check. So you can actually monitor globally through this. And sometimes the columns it gave you may not be what you needed. This gave me few columns. This gave me few columns. As you can see, it gave me the name of the activity. It gave me the status. It gave me the item. This item is Dataflow Gen 2. It gave me the start time. It gave me who submitted it, who is the person that actually designed those items, who submitted the item. And it gave me the what? The location of the item, the workspace. Now, after seeing all this, the next thing I will be interested in is, let me go ahead and add a column. This column it gave me, I love them, but there is a particular column that is of interest to me. The start time. Let me know the end time or the duration. How long does it take to run the process? So that I can always check and monitor. Why is the process taking more time for the purpose of optimization? So how do we add more columns? I can come here. So look at all the columns that can be added. So already I have columns like the ones grayed out. They are compulsory, they must be there. You don't have option. Other ones you can add or deselect them. I'm interested in the duration. What else am I interested in? The run mode. Which mode did you use to run? Is it of use to me? Well, I don't need it. I just want to see the duration and the end time, the time it ended, or the job instance ID, the ID of the job, or on the average, what is the duration? You are free to pick anything you want to pick. So let me see the average duration. I think I prefer this, apply. Now, with what I have done, it has added one more, average duration. This takes on the average 57 seconds to run. Others, not even up to 1 second for others. Not up to 1 second for others. But this particular one is running for what? For 57 seconds. So this is what we are talking about when we talk about using the monitor hub. Using the monitor hub. Holistically, I can see all what that is happening on the tenants, not just the workspace, not just the elements. I can see the tenant as a whole. Now, I want to drill down into those activities one after the other. I can then come to, let me pick, I did this one, right? Ayodeji Folari. I did it sometime last year. Okay, so I want to see what is happening. View detail. Immediately I click here, it's giving me the detail information. So the status, the job ID, the duration. Duration is 56 seconds. But why did it not show 0 here? Oh, the average duration. Okay. The average is 0, right? The average is 0. But the real duration is actually 56 for that particular one. Where is the average again? I don't want the average again. I want the real duration. Okay, so imagine one of them is taking 15 minutes. Let me sort. You can sort. Just click here. All these ones are taking less than 1 seconds. but this one is taking 10 seconds, 24 seconds. There is one taking up to 15 minutes. And in fact, at the end of the 15 minutes, it failed. So I might be interested in getting to the root of this. That is what we've been able to identify it. We want to fix the problem. So how do we fix the problem? So right from here, if you see anyone that failed, let me see the one that I did that failed. These are not mine. Ayodeji, just a moment. Good. I have one here that failed. So I want to see why this failed. So all I need to do is to come to that role for field. I have gotten the detail, the error. Once you click, you have the detail. So the error, your data gateway is offline. Good. So that means there's a data gateway you created to be feeding live data to the cloud. But that gateway has gone offline. That means if anybody should go to that report, to the semantic model that I build, they will not see recent information. They will see information as at the last time the gateway was online. Now it is offline. So I can check other information about it. I can copy the error. Sometimes I leverage on AI or Google search engine to assist me in solving some errors I am not used to. So you can always do that. Or you can also pop up a troubleshooting guide. It will give you something related to data gateway. So email notification. So how you can do, what you can do, how you can go about it. So it has given me something I can leverage on to solve my problem. So that is that. Now, or I can come to these three dots. Where is the field one again? Dots. Okay, this is it. I can come to these three dots and I can pop it open. I can check the historical run. Has it been failing from the day I built it, or it has been running successfully? Suddenly it failed. Can you see? It started which month? It started on the 5th of August last year. It failed. No. It started, yes, it failed, but something happened. Maybe at this point, the gateway was online. It was successful and it went down again. So this is what we are talking about. Let's go back to the main view. Sometimes I want to pop it open. Popping it open, you are going into the elements now, into the item. So you really want to see what went wrong within that item. So you want to see what went wrong within the item. Oh, I can't say the detail of my item here. Let me go back. Let me pick anyone that failed on, I don't want semantic model, data flow gen 2. Oh, all data flow, they are successful. Let's assume I still want to open, that's why I thought that is successful. I want to open it to really check out what went wrong with the data flow if it's giving me issue. So all I need to do is to open up the data flow gen 2. I wish I would have preferred to work with what Jen did for us, because she did something around data pipeline. I would have preferred to troubleshoot more around data pipeline. Now, back to everybody on the call. Please, is there anybody that have done something on your fabric? Let us monitor what you've done. Let's optimize it. Let's demonstrate with it. Any volunteer at the moment? Okay, if there is none, let me move on to something different. Now, apart from this monitor that I have here, we can also do another one. It's called the capacity level. The capacity level. I need you to check whether you have access to the fabric capacity. Just come to workspace. Within your workspace, scroll through the list. Look for, let me search, fabric, Microsoft Fabric Capacity Metrics. Is a workspace. You are not the one that created the workspace. It's a workspace that helps me, that tells me what is running within my capacity. I can actually set up my own capacity that I want it to monitor for me. So under the tenant, you can set up what exactly you want this to do for you. But the setup is not done from here. You do the setup, the fabric capacity from Azure. When you do that, you now come in here to assign the workspace you want to monitor or anything under your control. You want to put them there for it to monitor for you. So that is that. Now, let me click on it and let us see what this has done for us. On its own, there are a number of things it's monitoring for me. It's monitoring the health, is monitoring the compute, is monitoring the storage, is monitoring, which one is this? Auto scale compute for Spark, and is monitoring item history. This is still in the preview stage, is a new addition. It's also monitoring the history, the item, all the item we have created, is monitoring them for us to let us see what is going on. Now, why?
Hello, Mr. DJ. Thank you. Okay, so I think it's just a network thing. He'll be back. Just give him a moment, please. Thank you. All right, I'm trying to log back on. So just give me a moment. Thank you. Okay, you just joined in now. So
Yeah, sorry. Please confirm I'm not audible.
yes, you're audible, Mr. DJ.
So don't mind me. My network is seriously acting up. So back to where I dropped off. So I was trying to show us at the fabric capacity level. So there's what you call Microsoft Fabric Capacity Matrix. This is detailed. It gives us the breakdown of everything happening within our fabric capacity. So like I said, once you get in there, you can check the health. It depends. You cannot set up the Microsoft Fabric Capacity Matrix if you are not the admin. So somebody would have provisioned the environment for you. So you just go in there and check out the few things you can check out. So what I did, I quickly did this setup today before entering the class few minutes ago so I can show this to us. So now, once you get into the fabric capacity metrics, what can you do? You can check the health of the capacity. So the capacity I am running is a trial. If it's a real license, you would have seen the different capacity that can be set up. But this is the trial that comes with all of us. I think we have this for 60 days or thereabouts. So how many capacity am I monitoring? I'm monitoring just one capacity. What is the average utilization? What is the number of days that is using to compute the average? What is the, okay, please, I need to also mention this. All these details, you may not need to stress yourself. There is a question mark up here if you want to know the meaning of any of them. So come to the question mark. It will give you what and what you have within that place. So please, and you might want to monitor just the last 24 hours or just the last 1 hour. Tell me what happened for the past 1 hour. Because I've selected 1 hour, I should be having some things in here because this was set up in less than an hour ago. Now, the next thing, what am I trying to monitor? Is it the compute that is of interest to me? It's going to tell me the consumption detail, the duration, the operation. Because I've not really, it's just a new setup. I can't see all the graphics I'm supposed to see all around here. I'm supposed to see some beautiful visuals telling me what and what is happening as far as compute is concerned. Compute is the CPU. How am I using the CPU? Is there any of my items that is using the CPU heavily? At what time? Can I do load balancing? Can I distribute it? Is there somebody, a particular process that I can optimize? It's taking more time to load. This will give me detailed on anything you want to see. Or I want to go into the storage. So the storage capacity, what amount of storage am I using cumulatively based on each of them per day, per period, per month, and so on and so forth. So auto scale compute, I can get to see any of all these. So this is at the level of what we call fabric capacity. The third one is at the level of workspace. And the last one is at the level of each item. So I'm going into one of the items now. John, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Can you share your screen and go to one of the jobs you created during this training? That should be about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Can you share
Just give
your
me,
screen?
okay, just give me a moment so I can set it up.
Okay,
I have-
please. So set your screen up and share your screen because I know you've created something, but I've been waiting for one of us that have been doing this alongside. Let us at least learn with what you have been doing. I've not been able to create any of those activities. That is why I would love somebody that have done it to share a screen. So as she's trying to bring up that, I'm going to use that to teach us the two other layers. at the item level and at the workspace level. But all these monitoring tools that we are seeing here, you can actually use them to track, to manage. It's always good for you to see that there is a problem before somebody out there will call you that there is a problem. So during monitoring, you can actually set alerts that, look, if my CPU usage is above 80%, please send a message to me because I need to guide it. If the storage usage is above this gigabyte, please let me know because I need to change the technology or increase something so I can accommodate it better. So, and so on and so forth. But get to know that this will also help us in the area of billing. By the time you see the way things are going, you can actually manage your optimize your bills and know which process is causing trouble. Is it a process that is still useful or is no more useful, and so on and so forth. So this will bring out all those details. Okay, Jen, thank you very much. Your screen is up.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
oh, imagine, how can you tell me everything is successful? Scroll down.
But we've been doing great work.
This is amazing. Okay, so, but it's not real life. It can't be, everything cannot be successful. So don't say because I only successful. You will, data engineers, you will face it when you get there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I love this. I can see pipeline. I know she did a lot of things. Pipeline, data flow. Did you have anything? Scroll down. Do you have anything on notebook?
I don't think so. I didn't use notebook to ingest. So I don't
Okay,
have it.
majorly, you always work majorly with pipeline and data flow. Okay, this is not bad. Now we are talking about monitoring and optimization. So from what I'm seeing here, everything is like going on fine. But assumption, this pipeline _1. How many? I saw duration. Scroll to the side. Let me see the
Okay.
duration.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 minutes. Somebody now complained that, this thing is too slow, that I cannot wait for 2 minutes. I want to click and the thing should happen. I want to optimize. Or somebody just capture a screen and send to me as a data engineer. We got this error. The first thing is to come in here and see, to quickly see, you see the error from here. But I want to get into the solution itself. Please, can you come to the 3 dots on that pipeline?
Yes.
The 3 dots on the pipeline.
Yes. It's ellipsis. Yes.
Now, so when you click, you can retry. Retry means even before fixing it, maybe something went wrong along the line. Let me quickly retry it. If I retry it and it worked, I will just call them, please check it now. You have the updated. It depends on what the pipeline is doing. So it's working fine now. But sometimes you want to open it up to get to the root of the matter, or you want to view the detail. Well, it's not an error. So if I say view detail, it will just tell me everything is working fine. But let me check the history. You can't tell me everything has been running perfectly. Go to history.
So this is the history.
Scroll down,
I know
scroll down.
Okay. I know there was one that I worked on then that failed, but I think it corrected itself later.
But there is one, that day when you were teaching us, one failed.
Yeah, so I think I refreshed it again much later.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
then I think
so
it's succeeded again. Mhm.
no problem. So click on back to main view. Click on back to main view.
Yes.
Now let's go into the item properly. So go back to the pipeline and let's open it up.
Okay.
So this will take us as if we are just building it. so that we can fix the error if there is error. Now look at the pipeline she built. We can fix the error, or if you don't want to fix the error, we can optimize the performance so it can perform very well. But anytime you work on it, please don't forget to always click on updates. It may not be data flow, it may not be something else. Always remember to always update once you've tampered with it. So always remember to update. There is one you build on copy data. Can you see copy job? Can you see remember that one? Oh, okay, go to your workspace. Let's go to your workspace now. Close this. Go to your workspace. I want to deliberately cause a trouble. Go to your workspace. Where is the
Yes, sir.
copy job?
Give me a moment, please. This is copy job here.
Okay, open the copy job. Now I'm using this as an example, and I need us to pay attention to this.
Okay.
Good. Can you drag that one down a little bit? Beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is a copy job that brings in diabetes data from the source into the lake house. Please select the source. Select the source.
Okay.
Have you selected?
Yeah. Wait, the source from the pipeline area from
No,
this
just
area,
click on
right?
it there. Yeah, click on it there.
Yes, I just did, but it's
No,
not.
you've clicked.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to see the detail. Okay, come to the destination. Come to the destination.
Okay.
On the destination, click on the setting icon up there. Click on the setting icon.
It's loading.
Okay. So let me see what you have here. This is just a connection. Ah, okay. Cancel this. Maybe we should just do something new. What I thought I can get something to do here. Go back. Let's have a new item. Go back. Let's have a new item.
Okay.
A new pipeline. Let's do a new pipeline. Let's do a new pipeline. Go to your workspace, a new item. Let's do a pipeline.
Can you see my screen, please?
I can see your screen. Pipeline.
Okay.
So call it pipeline test. So that this one will give error, definitely. Okay. Let's go on with this. Create. Now, I want to build a pipeline that will do data ingestion for me. But I don't want to use Dataflows Gen 2. Neither the major issue with those ones, they are connection issue. Unless somebody tamper with something somewhere, then it triggers an error and it will tell you the error. But when you are using notebook, when you write script and all those stuff, then there can always be error anytime, anywhere. If there's a small change in anything, there may likely be a big challenge. So please click on pipeline activity, the first one. Pipeline activity. Good. Have you clicked?
Yes, I have. Can you see the pop-up?
No, I just wanted, click on the icon. I want to start the free pipeline.
Yes.
Oh,
when
it's
I
already
click on
asking.
it.
Okay, don't worry. It's already
Yeah.
asking. So click copy data. Let's do a copy data. Copy data. Good. Now, most cases, look at what we always do. We want to build a pipeline that will copy data from my SQL server in the cloud that we are using to keep visitors that come to their websites. And once they come to the website, they request for something. You should grab that data and go and dump it in our sales order pipeline table automatically. As they are filling it in the cloud, we should pick it and work. Now look at some of the things you do as data engineers when we talk about monitoring and optimization. Number one, so I'm not going to do the injection. I'm just using this to explain. Number one thing you should pay attention to is timeout. Please come down on that general down there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Timeout. Now, there is what you call timeout. By the time he attempts to do the copying and is trying to do that copying, and the copying is taking more than necessary time, you know what will happen? Your pipeline will trigger an error if it is above its normal standard time. But you know that the database is massive. I don't want you to try for maybe 5 minutes and stop. I want you to try for up to 20 minutes. So in that time out, I can put the number of minutes I want there. So this one is like 12 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. So I love this. It's going to time out after this period. But once it time out, it will trigger an error. I don't want you to trigger error. I want you to do what? To retry. There is another button under it. Point to the, no, just point
Where?
there. No, where you are, the information. When, and the next one. Good. When enabled, the activity retry on failure based on the what? Retry count, condition, and interval. So I don't want you to try it once and throw everybody into panic. That no, copying from the cloud has stopped working. It might happen in the midnight. Please, why not retry? Maybe after 30 minutes, it might solve itself. I will just come the next day, I will see that it failed, but it retried and it was successful. I will see that in the log. So enable the retry. When you enable, it's going to ask you, how many times should I retry? What is the interval of my retry attempts? These are ways we can optimize our work. So retry 5 times. So you put 5 times here. So in case it didn't happen in the midnight, try it 5 times before daybreak. Good. And try it after 30 minutes. Don't forget, what you put is not 30 minutes, it's 30 seconds.
Okay.
So if you want 30 minutes, what will you now put?
You have to calculate that.
Okay, I want it after 10 minutes. Mathematician in the class, unmute and tell me what she will put.
30 minutes.
All of us don't know 10 minutes in seconds. Put anything you put is okay. Put.
Okay.
So that's 600. Put 600.
Yeah, 600. Yes.
So make attempt after 600 seconds. So these are ways, instead of having lots of errors, this can actually help us minimize the error that will come from there. So I'm just using this as a study. All of them have their various ways. Now, there is another part I want us to come to, setting. Because by the time we do source, we do destination, the thing is working. We ignore all these ones. But all these, sorry, Joseph, your hand is up, Joseph.
Sorry to cut you short. I want to confirm. Hope this thing is being recorded so that you can send to us after the.
Sure, the session is recorded, so the recording will be shared with us. The part 1 to part 3 of this section, I think all of you have it on the platform. This will be shared latest by Tuesday. Thank you. Okay, now, so let us go through the setting here. Number 1, intelligent throughput optimization. Point to it. Point to the instruction, yes. The I. Now, specify to optimize the throughput. When you choose auto, the system automatically guides you in helping you to do what? To do the optimization. But it can allow you to specify numbers between 4 to what? 2, 5, 6. So it depends. So when you have higher value, it implies more gain on what? Throughput. So it's like having a corridor. I have checked the monitor. The monitor is telling me that this thing consumes more space. I can say, okay, anytime you in particular, you are running, you can run with 128. But those that does not consume, they can run with 4. So this is where we now start to do our balancing. We are optimizing performance. Come to the second one after the throughput. So degree of copy parallelism. So specify the degree of parallelism that data load would use. We, by default, this time we use auto. Auto is on its own. It will put something there for you. And this can allow from, drop it down. It allow a range of data as well. So, from 1 to, scroll down to the end. I think 1 to 32. So you are free to pick any number, but if you are not sure, put it on auto. But by the time you put it on auto and you go on to monitor the performance, you can say, no, let me give this more. Let me give that one small. So don't worry, it will be on auto. So let's move to the next one. Fault tolerance. How should I help you manage faults? Now, drop down the fault tolerance. You will see so many options there. Number 1, help me skip incompatible rows. Maybe the data that is coming, there's a particular row. That row does not make sense at all, like every other data that is coming. You know what pipeline will do? At that point, it's going to stop. I will say, look, if you see any terrible row, please skip it. Or there is a missing file. I told you, go to the SharePoint folder, there is a file. Copy the file and drop it in my Lakehouse. On getting there, that file is missing. Please skip. Don't use that to stop my work. I know that you are getting what I'm trying to explain here. Or skip forbidden file. The file that I'm expecting there is not what they put there. I'm expecting a file, a PDF file to extract the data. But what they put there is picture. They snap the file. And my pipeline I do not empower it to manage that. If you see that type of file, skip it. Don't because of the file, stop the entire pipeline from working. Skip file with invalid name. This is the name I'm expecting. In case the name is not this name, please don't bother. Don't let it disturb you. Skip it. So we can use this. I use that first one a lot. Skip incompatible rows. Maybe the data I'm asked to pull is like 50 billion rows from a JSON file or from a CSV file. And because row 7 has problem, it will now stop and wait for me. I will now correct row 7. Row 12 has problem, and I'm going to 50 billion. I will just come here and say, look, anyone that's not compatible, skip them and don't give me edit. So I can now later do a lookup. There's another activity called lookup to look for the ones that did not go, put them in another file for me. I can clean them and push them in manually later. But the bulk should have been done for you. That is what we call fault tolerance. Now, enable logging. Do you want to log the activity? Or don't worry, just copy it, fail, let it fail. Everything you are doing, I want you to be what? To be logged. You can enable logging if you want. So, but just know that you are creating more files, more workload. But sometimes it's needed for the spirit of transparency, accountability. And the last one, enable staging. This is another powerful one. The data I'm working on is massive. The cleaning is not just one cleaning. It's going to do lots of cleaning. Why do I want to kill my storage, my lakehouse, my warehouse? Why not ask it to enable a staging environment so that when you are done doing all those cleaning, because the data is massive, on staging it's faster to do those things. When you are done, bring the final one into the what? Into my storage. But if you don't enable it, it's actually doing the cleaning on the storage, which is killing performance and so many things. All these things are around optimization. So what can I do at this level? I can ask it to enable staging, and it's going to enable the staging environment for that heavy work. But if the data you are cleaning is a CSV file, and the number of rows on the file is like 5,000, and you're enabling staging, you are incurring more costs. You are killing a mosquito with a sledgehammer. So you should know when and when not to. We are talking about optimization. You might say, because Mr. Ayodiki said we should enable staging. I will enable staging for 100 rows of data. Enabling staging, you are even reducing the performance, because if you go and set up a staging environment, that time 100 rows is completed for the other person that did not enable staging. So all these things, the document, the Microsoft Learn, the material we shared with you, please go through that material. You have all these things in detail. We are just touching on them for you to understand. So at this point, I want to draw the curtain here. I want us to ask questions, as I ask Jane to share the project work, or any other thing she would like to share with us before we close for the day. So we have about 45 more minutes. Let me entertain questions now. Any question for me? Any question? Okay. If there is no question, that means we are all doing very well. So at this point, is there anybody struggling to work within the Fabric environment? Is there anybody on this call struggling to work within the Fabric environment? Anybody? Good. So that means we all have access. We are all practicing. So before I will hand over, so June, once you are ready, let me know. So,
Hey, hello, sir. I had planned to share the project much later. I'm still
later,
working on
not
it.
today.
Yes,
Okay,
not
good.
today. Most likely between Sunday and Monday they'll get it.
Most
And they
likely
will have
what?
most likely between Sunday to Monday, so that we can have ample time till next weekend to work on it.
Oh, okay. Good. So the essence of the project work is to let you do a end-to-end activity. And all these things you have mentioned, try as much as possible to lay your hands on them and walk yourself through the process. So at this point, I will quickly want to talk about the exam. There is one thing to be a data engineer, and there's another thing to show the certificates. And most people, this is not a university certificate, it's a professional certification examination. Most people, they recognize this certification, professionalism, that truly you can do it before you can pass the exam. Now, let us try to look for some study materials. So I gave us the Microsoft Learn study guide, that you can go through the Microsoft Learn study guide to learn all this stuff. So maybe I should do that again. So let me say DP 700, okay, certification. Let me come there. DP700 certification. So this is the exam we are talking about. So you can just search for this DP700 certification, Microsoft Certified Fabric Data Engineer Associate. So it's not a beginner role, it's an intermediate role. And also is for data engineers. And To prepare for the exam, or what you need to prepare for the exam, they are all listed here. So I think if this can be copied, let me copy and drop on the charts. Okay, there's no question for me on the charts, and drop on the charts for us. Okay, I have this on the meeting charts. If you have any question, drop. So Jane, we attend to you. So you can prepare for the exam. You have some practice for exam. You can, if you're ready to take your exam, once you have the voucher, you can go ahead and take your exam. It's a yearly renewal examination. At the end of every year, you need to renew. The renewal is 100% free. You'll just be given about 30 questions for about 1 hour, and that is all you need to do. So overview, the overview is here. All what you expected to learn, you have them here. So prepare for the exam. These are the courses. So about 4 hours plus 7 hours plus 5 hours plus 6 hours plus 3 hours. Add those hours together is what you can finish within 1 week. Take your time to run through this entire module. Now you have what you call practice assessment. You can actually take a practice test. You have what you call exam sandbox. You want to do some real demo. You don't have fabric environment, no problem. You can launch the sandbox and use that. So you can go ahead and take the exam. So and so on and so forth. Like I said, this exam costs $165, but Microsoft is planning to give this to us free, and I hope all of us will benefit from this. So, but the other option is Nigeria. If hello, Joseph, if you select Nigeria, for this same exam, they gave us a discount of $83. So if you are going to pay yourself, just make sure you select Nigeria to enjoy the discount. If you leave it at US, you are paying them double. So that is that. Now, outside this, what other training material can we leverage on? Please, I need us to not only use that material. Go to a browser. There is this platform I always go to do some practice exam. It's called Exam Topics. Okay? So you can check it out yourself. So free exam preparation materials, past questions, you will see them there. So if you can find your way to exam topics, so the provider is a Microsoft exam. Let me look for Microsoft here. It's a Microsoft exam, and the code of the exam, DP, I hope is there, DP700. This is the exam.
Yes.
DP700, I can select. And for those that have been here to use this to practice, so 94% found the real exam almost same. Most of the question they found here is almost the same with the real exam. 1,057 students passed this exam after practicing with some of the questions here. And their average score is around 95%. The pass mark for this exam is 70%. If you can score 70%, you've passed. So from here, you can now go through the past questions. So, and why I love this platform is that when you read the question, some of the questions, they are scenario based. Please don't think all of them is subjective. No, some of them, they are scenario based. They will give you a case study, explain a scenario in a company, And after the scenario, they will ask you few questions. Look at the question. So what should you do? So you need to ensure that data analysts can access the gold layer. I told you this is medallic approach. So I don't, as I'm bringing the data, I don't want to store them directly into where the data analyst will use. I want to first of all have a place called bronze. As I'm bringing them, I just dump them in bronze. And I now want to do some basic cleaning. And after the basic cleaning, I want to drop it in the silver layer. After the silver layer, there are some advanced cleaning I want to do. After the advanced cleaning, I want to dump them in the gold layer. Gold layer is the final layer, clean version that anybody, optimized version that anybody can leverage on for the sake of their.
Okay, please give Mr. Deji a moment. I think he's network again.
Sorry, can you hear me now? My internet took me out.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. As data engineer, what would you want to do? So, question 1. Now, try to answer the question. You can now ask to review the answer to you. He said the correct answer is C. So C. Sometimes it will tell you people 90% votes, they voted for C, and 10% decide to pick D. You might want to go into the discussion. What are they saying? This is a good way to learn and leverage on all these things. So if they all voted for C, share this and so on. Please try to practice. Try to practice. So that is what I'm going to say. You have enough materials. And if I can lay my hands on other material, I used to have PDF material for this exam. If I can lay my hand on any material, I will also drop it on the charts. Please, if they give us 20 voucher in this DP700, I want to have 20 success story at the end of our journey. And you must all do the exam on or before September 30th. So please don't wait for the voucher, start preparing. And we are going to discuss with the person in charge, that is Anne, to give us updates on the voucher. Because I thought by now some of us would have gotten our voucher because this has to submit on or before 10th of August or something like that. There's a deadline they give to us. So please make sure you submit before the deadline. Okay, so any other question, please? Any question for me? Generally on DP700 about what you've learned so far, or you have been doing something, you have challenge with it, or about the exam, how will the exam come? Any question at all, please feel free to ask now. Okay, if there is no question, let me hand over to June. June, are you there? Anything for us before we close?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Okay, so someone asked here, Joseph, he said, please, can you share the Microsoft link? Yes, Joseph, it's been shared in the WhatsApp group. Kindly check to confirm. So
Okay,
that's the only question we have here.
thank you. So you have the floor. Any other thing for us before we close today?
Okay, no, we don't have nothing else. We're fine. By Monday, the project will be shared by Monday. Between Sunday and Monday. I'm just saying Monday.
Okay. Joseph
Yes.
said he's yet to be added to the WhatsApp group. Can
Joseph,
somebody
have you
help
made a
me?
request?
Joseph, drop your phone number there. Fortunately for us, we have Rashid here. Rashid
Okay, awesome.
will hide you. Joseph, drop your phone number on the chat. Rashid, okay. Please, Rashid, that's the phone number. June, that's his phone number. Let us help him out. so that we don't want
Okay.
anybody to be left behind.
Okay, let me just ask him a question, sir, please. Okay, Joseph, are you in the general group? Are you in the data and AI platform 1 or platform 2? Unmute and speak, please. Joseph.
Sorry, I'm in the Microsoft, not on the data.
Okay, just type it in since it's noisy where you are. Just type it in. You're
Okay.
in the Microsoft
I
one.
think Joseph joined the community, the major community,
Okay, so add him.
the fabric community. Okay, so Joseph, no problem.
Joseph, mute yourself.
So no problem. You'll be added to the WhatsApp group. So they will add you to DP700 group and to the main WhatsApp group. DAISI platform 1 or 2 will be added. So thank you. Okay. Rashid dropped a number there. I guess that is Rashid's number. So
Yes.
Joseph, you can reach out to Rashid. If they did not add you within 1 hour, please pick that number and reach out to him, please. You can send him a WhatsApp message so that I trust him, he will do the needful. So, okay, at this point, we've gotten to the end of our section today. So by tomorrow, in our next class, we will start reviewing some things around our project work and questions around the examination. So please feel free to chat us up on the WhatsApp group for those that need help during the week. Don't let us wait till next meeting day. So thank you very much. Do have a nice time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Nafisa,
your hand is up.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine, sir. Mine is just to say thank you to all of you. I really followed the videos so far. They were well explanatory and I was able to catch up. So thank you so much once again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Nafisat. In fact, this feedback is I don't know how to explain it. I cherish that a lot. It gladdens my heart. It's an encouragement for us to do more. Thank you very much, Nafisat. I sincerely appreciate. Okay. Any other question? If there is none, I formally declare the class closed for today. Till our next meeting, do have a nice time. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.